ਵੈਲਕਮ ਬੈਕ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਚਰਚਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਮਨਨ ਗੁਪਤਾ ਔਰ ਹਰ ਬੁੱਧਵਾਰ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਾਮ 8 ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ 9 ਵਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਦੀਪਕ ਪੁੰਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਚਹਿਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅੱਜ ਦੀਪਕ ਜੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਕਾਰਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਚਹਿਰੀ ਉਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਚਹਿਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਜ ਖਾਸ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਨੇ ਟਾਊਨ ਆਫ ਕੈਲੇਡਨ ਦੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਹਿਜ਼ ਵਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਐਲਨ ਥੌਮਸਨ। ਐਲਨ, welcome back once again.
Thank you.
You bring a lot of unique experiences to your job. You have been a farmer, you have worked in the insurance industry. Yes. Now you are, the leader of, Caledon Municipal Council. Yeah. So how do you see your rich experience, helping you in your current role?
It's funny you said that. I think my whole life I've managed risk.
Right.
And that's what we're doing today. But also is problem solving. When you're constantly farming, and especially with livestock, running a dairy operation, you're constantly problem solving.
Right.
And in the insurance industry, when people have got issues, okay, so how do we make this work? Or how do I get an underwriter to understand how we can cover this business's risk?
Right.
To what I'm doing now is people are coming in with issues. Okay, how do we make that? Or a business is coming in saying, you guys are killing me on this. How do we make that? And that's what it is, and it's all direction, and it's the can-do attitude that we have with our town staff, and it's how we help you get there.
Yes.
And I think that's the new era, and that's the change that we're trying to make. If I need to grow business, I gotta help it. We're enablers.
Right.
We're enablers to help people get established, to make investments in our town, to build our tax base.
Absolutely. I remember your tagline, rolling out the red carpet and reducing the red tape. So we'll continue with that conversation. But since it's a live show, we have some callers who have called in. So let's see what they are up to, Hello, Sat Shri Akal ji. Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hello, ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।
Hello.
ਹੈਲੋ, ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।
ਸਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਰਹੀ, ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ।
ਹੈਲੋ, ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਹੈਲੋ,
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਨਾਇਗਰਾ ਐਸਕੇਪਮੈਂਟ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਸੀ।
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਾਲ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਚਰਚਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਟੈਲੀਵਿਜ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹਰ ਬੁੱਧਵਾਰ 8 ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ 9 ਵਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਔਰ ਦੀਪਕ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਿਸਨਰਸ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਕਿਸੇ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ ਕਾਰਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈ ਪਾਏ। ਸੋ Alan, we were talking about your rich experience and how you have transformed Caledon. You are trying to attract new businesses and everything. Right. Moving ahead, there has been a talk of GTA West Highway. We were all looking forward to getting that new highway, come to fruition.
Yeah.
After 8-9 years of research, study and everything. But now we hear that the provincial government has kind of stopped all the, research and studies which are going into.
Well, my concern is, they may say it's cost prohibitive to build today. My concern, first of all, is they've done an environmental assessment.
Yeah.
And it's like going to university and getting your degree and you don't write your final exam to get your degree.
Yeah.
We're that close to the finish line. We as municipalities, all of us, Brampton, Caledon, Mississauga Region Appeal, York Region, Vaughan, King, Halton Hills, everybody's been involved in this process. So let's finish the EA.
Yeah.
You don't have to build the highway, but finish the EA, because it helps us all as municipalities with all that good work that's been done, that's been approved, to help us to go on and do other works that's been held up to get done. But also the environmental assessment's done. We've all paid into it. We're all taxpayers. We've paid millions of dollars now. It's not just hundreds of thousands. It's now millions of dollars. So let's finish it, because it's to everybody's benefit that it does. And we're going to be meeting with the minister in a couple of weeks, and have that discussion with him through the Region Appeal and the York Region, and we're all getting together to have that discussion to say why it's important. Also, I do believe it's the economic corridor is what it really is. It runs from Kirby Road of the Highway 400, through King Township, down the bottom of Bolton, and then back up through Caledon and across.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it should have been running right on through, between Acton and Limehouse, out through Guelph and down, because even the Gateway Council would love to run a rail from Keele Street down to Fort Erie, which makes a lot of sense. To me, it's like just a regional road where they want to bring it down along the Halton-Peel border, down to the 401, which is already a parking lot. It should be a separate ring road.
Right.
Most cities today that are going ahead, that are vibrant, have ring roads. We just haven't got one. And we really need to. For the Golden Horseshoe, this is extremely important that we do that.
Yeah.
And it's an economic driver. And with the economics and the homework that we've done, we can see that this is going to really jeopardize the economics of future growth for business and for residents. And people forget, you know, $1.4 billion worth of goods go through appeal every day.
Every day, yes.
People don't realize 2.3 billion goods comes out of Peel. It's either generated or it's coming out of Pearson or wherever it is.
Very true.
Coming out of Peel.
Yeah.
So these are huge, huge dollars that people don't understand, that this is growing.
Yeah.
And this is something that we got to figure out how we make that work. So yeah, the corridor is important.
Right.
And to me, it's an enabler to be able to grow and make it thrive for business.
Exactly. You know, I've been a part of the Goods Movement Task Force, which was
Yes.
created by Region of Peel. You know, I have attended many meetings. I've contributed my thoughts into it, and there was even talk of having truck-only, you know, routes,
Yes.
in that proposed GTA West Highway. You know,
yes.
so I don't know whether it's a political, blockade or it's a cost prohibition, whatever it is. The minister has not been forthcoming so far. You know, I think
Yeah.
he's going to make an announcement. He was saying that he will make an announcement in spring. So spring has already sprung.
Yeah,
So-
I hear rumors it might be fall before it comes out, and
Okay.
you know, it's different departments. But I think they've got to realize is, this is the economic engine of Canada.
Yes.
And we got to start to think, if we want to grow the business and if you want to grow the economy that you want to go to pull yourself out of debt, sometimes you got to spend money to get there, and there's a lot of ways to do it. There's a lot of partnerships, there's a lot of 3P funding, there's a lot of pension funds, there's a lot of ways we can build this road.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to just come off the tax base.
Exactly.
This is a huge investment of a corridor that is an economic driver. It's all about economics. And to me, I think that is what we really need to drive home with the province to understand is, okay, we can understand you want to get people out of their cars, whatever, but we still have to get goods moving
Movement,
through.
yeah, yeah.
And you're right. I've been on the Goods Movement Task Force. In fact, I was one of the enablers to get this off the ground.
Very
because
nice.
Metrolinx wasn't going to do it. So as a region appeal, and I brought that motion forward to the regional
Wow.
council saying, look, let's do the goods movements for Metrolinx, and we'll do our studies here, and we'll expand. And you saw how the industries all come together.
Exactly.
CN, CP.
Everybody, all the major players,
Pearson,
yeah.
Pearson Airport's there. All the big industries, you know, the Canadian Tires, the Walmarts, you know, Perolator, you know,
All those.
all the big, everybody's come on board and sharing their data, and it's great information. That's how we know how much we're generating out of Peel every day.
Yeah.
2.3 billion. We never knew.
Exactly. No,
Right.
Peel is the trucking capital, trucking, transportation, and logistics capital of Canada, I must say. And but Alan, I also see a lot of resistance from some of the community groups in Caledon.
Yes.
You know, your hometown.
Well, my hometown in King Township, and a lot of environmentalists and stuff, and that's good. I'm glad they're coming forward to have
Okay.
a say, because when we do make a final decision, it's balanced.
Okay.
It isn't just ramming it down because we know it's an economic good thing, but they've got a point. Let's make sure we're protecting the environment, we're not impacting the residents. Some people, the environmentalists, they have points too, and we need to listen.
Yeah.
And to me, as I always have to listen and come with a balanced approach, but I also know, thinking for my children and my grandchildren,
future generation.
with future generations, we got to make sure we do the right thing.
Yeah.
Like not building the Allen Expressway was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Let's learn from that again. But let's open the dialogue. Let's have the communication. Let's have the discussion. But there's a lot of people that create jobs and create work for people. Some people say, well, it doesn't affect me. Well, it isn't about you. It's
Okay.
about for the good of the community.
Correct.
So how do we, let's get everybody at the table. Let's get the groups that are against it. Let's get to the table. Let's have that discussion to say, it's great to make a lot of hay. It's great to have all these protests up. It's not healthy.
Right.
Protests are not healthy. Protests are telling me that we're not communicating well enough.
Yeah, we need to have a discussion forum. We need to
Yeah,
have a
absolutely,
healthy
and
discussion.
I think that's what we need to do is open up and let's have that discussion. Let's all understand where we're coming from. And at the end of the day, we're not always going to agree on everything, but we have to make sure that we need them at the table so we're making the right decision.
Yeah. Talking about highways and goods movement, I know you are a big supporter of launching a regional transit authority.
Yeah.
Especially looking for
Yeah.
Mississauga, Brampton, and Caledon getting them connected. But I know there is also resistance from the other two mayors.
Yes.
From Mississauga and Brampton. Don't you see that if such a transit authority is created, it will help in creating long-term solutions, because what we saw in Brampton with the LRT, which could have ultimately touched the border of Caledon and Brampton on Mayfield Road, all those projects are up in the air. So
Yeah, you know what? I think going to a regional system, Mayor Crombie said, well, I don't want a regional system, I want a GTA system, but I think it's fruition, right? You have to get to a regional system to get to a GTA system. It's a step
Step by step,
process.
yeah.
And I'm not so sure that the LRT wouldn't have been an issue if it was decided at the regional level versus the local level.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
So I'll make that abundantly clear. But we have to start thinking down the road, and we have to think what's important and what's good for the community. And again, let's just say it's hit a pause button. It's not going to happen. It needs to happen in Brampton. We need to figure out how to make it work.
Exactly.
There's the old Orangeville Railway, or the old CPR rail. That's a track that's got an extremely wide rail bed. Maybe that's the system to run through Brampton. Revitalize the tired part of business of Brampton. That runs up through Queen Street there. Maybe that's the option. They want to land a university. Well, maybe that's where they can put their university campus, right? So I think
maybe you could facilitate the Brampton Council, one day.
Well, that's for Brampton to figure out. It's great for me to onlook, and I'm not about to tell them how to do their business. I know what's important in Caledon. But at the top end, I think it's huge that somehow, if we can somehow get it through Brampton, it'll be to the benefit of the other areas to the north as well.
Exactly.
It isn't just Caledon, it's also Orangeville,
Orangeville and
Georgetown,
everything beyond, yeah.
everybody else that can tap into that too.
Yeah.
So I think it's extremely important, and we have to quit thinking about ourselves and thinking about everybody.
Right.
I think that's the toughest part of being a politician. There's a lot of times I have my opinions, and sometimes I can't bring my opinion because I see, no, we have to do this because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
Even though I might have an opinion that's different.
Yeah, right.
And then that's the toughest part is you got to know when to do you just got to make sure you make the right decision.
Very true.
And I do believe, I think Brampton's just hit a pause, but hopefully let's all hope and pray that they get it all sorted out.
Well, we hope the same, but I don't think it is going to be happening very soon.
Yeah.
Well, moving ahead, Caledon is a community of communities.
Yes.
There are so many small hamlets, villages, small little.
It is. They're all
you
very
talk
special.
about Bell Fountain. You talk about Caledon East, Caledon Village, and there are so many others also. So I know many of our viewers, they go to Bell Fountain for picnic in the spring summer area.
In the Mac Park.
And the Mac Park. I have been there once. It was eye-opener. It was such a beautiful sight to enjoy a Sunday. Then we also have the Flying Club, which has the Flying
Yes.
Museum. And when I was talking to you before the show, you mentioned your son also, flies there. He gets trained there.
That's right. He's part of the Sheridan program, and is also flying out of the Brampton. And the flying is done at the Brampton Flying Club. So it's a combined effort with, it's collaboration again with college and working with local businesses and working with the Brampton Flying Club. It's the largest private flying club in North America.
Yeah.
And it's the 13th busiest airport in Canada. It's busier than Winnipeg. It's busier than
Nice.
Regina and Saskatoon. So they're just examples of that. It's very unique in its ways, and to me, it's something I think is extremely special. And it's Brampton Caledon Flying Club, actually.
Yeah, that is what I was going to say.
I'm the mayor. I can't let that one slip. But having said it, it is a crown jewel that we need to cherish. And I think as the community grows, we can bring a lot of business-centric businesses around, that are aircraft friendly to that particular area. So I think it has huge opportunity. You're right. And, we've got the Badlands that are cherished, and we're working through some issues with
Yeah,
OHD.
Badlands, that's another big tourist attraction over there. And I know Ontario Heritage Trust has kind of shut it down due to the parking issues and things like that. Do you see those issues being resolved?
I am. They're going through a lengthy discussion and have for years, and I'm quite confident by the end of the year we'll have that resolved.
Yeah,
And moving
Badlands is
forward-
very important as a tourist attraction, not only for Caledon but also for Brampton, because everybody passes through Brampton to reach there.
It's one of Canada's treasures, so
Yeah.
it's right here in our backyard. So it's extremely important that we figure out how to make that work.
Right.
We've got a very unique communities, but we also have a huge opportunity here, not only in golf courses that we're
Golf
very well
courses,
known.
trails, and cycling.
Oh yes,
and
we got
horse-
some of the best trailways there are across Caledon and north, south, and everywhere. We're making cycle friendly roads as well. But up in our way, it's sharing the roads. We're doing the big enhanced paved shoulders, but it's for not just cyclists, but farm machinery as well. Because the farm equipment has to move safely up and down the road, and these, the farmers are the ones that do produce the food to feed us all. So we kind of got to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I want to say to the public, that are listening, when you see the farm equipment, give it your respect and understand. They don't want to be out there to make your day bad. They've got a job to do. So give them a wave instead of giving them the finger.
Exactly. Farming community ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ equipment ਹੁੰਦਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਸਾਈਜ਼ ਲਾਰਜ ਹੋਣ ਕਾਰਨ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਉਹਦੀ ਸਪੀਡ ਸਲੋ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਰੀਜਨਲ ਰੋਡਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਸੋ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਰਾਈਵ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਫਾਰਮਿੰਗ equipment ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇਕੁਅਲ ਰਿਸਪੈਕਟ ਦਿਓ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਲਾਈਕ ਮੇਅਰ ਥੌਮਸਨ ਸੈਡ ਫਾਰਮਰਸ ਫੀਡ ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਸਬਜ਼ੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਵੈਜੀਟੇਬਲਸ ਨੇ ਹੋਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫਾਰਮਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟਸ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਫਾਰਮ ਹਾਊਸਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਿਵੈਲਪ ਔਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ
These another thing I want to say real quick is we're building a cider trail. We have hard cideries. We got pommies here. We got spiritry.
Wow.
We got a few others that are coming into the area to fill in between. So it can be a destination area for people to come see cider and experience. We got a Heatherlee, the farm market that's just opened up where you can get some of the finest meats and everything that are grown locally. We also have Downey's farm markets, and we have many other farm oh my gosh, we have Dixie Orchards, we have Albion Orchards. We have tons of opportunities for people to come and appreciate. We have the near urban agriculture.
Yeah.
And we're the envy of the area. And
Yes.
it's just the locals don't really come out and appreciate what we really have. Everybody else seems to enjoy it.
Well, I must say, and I must confess that Caledon is the most scenic face of region of Peel. It's the most beautiful and most natural, face of Peel, and we must enjoy the natural beauty which is available in Caledon. Another thing which I wanted to, quickly touch upon is we always talk about diversity, reflection of diversity in the workforce, in public offices, in elected officials, and also in municipal governments. It's always been a challenge to see, diverse faces, qualified faces, running the helm of affairs. What is the take in Caledon?
You know what? If you come to our town hall, I think you'd be surprised to see the staff.
Okay.
We have a really good cross-section of multicultural. It's there, and they've been hired for that. They've been hired for the most qualified.
Exactly.
And you see that, and it's a huge balance, and you would not know the difference, but everybody, to me, what I think is a beautiful thing, no one knows is faith, race, or color is a different. Everybody's a partner. It's important. And, look at our council. Half of my council's, mixed.
Very nice.
Female.
And I know it will-
multicultural,
Yeah.
again, and mixed and very diverse backgrounds, which everybody comes to the table with a different lens, which really creates great discussion.
Right.
You don't want everybody thinking the same way.
Exactly.
You need everybody to come with a different idea and so that you're making a good balanced decision at the end of the day.
Right.
I think it's very important. And it doesn't matter if you go down right through our fire, you go to all the different fire halls and see our volunteers. We have over 300 volunteers. We have, about 25, 26 full-time, in the Bolton detachment, but we still have a very strong volunteer force that backs that up. So we have something that we're extremely proud of is our volunteer firemen,
Firefighters,
firefighters, and our community partners, and our church groups, and all the different faith groups that get together and support the community. And we had an ice storm again, over the Easter holidays, and how the community all came together, and the faith groups came, and everybody did their part. And the impact, it was still big, but everybody came and helped.
Yeah.
And kids came out afterwards, and again, many mixed culture coming and helping seniors clean up their yards and getting stuff hauled away, and from all the tree damage and everything else. So it's good to see, and then I think that's what I'm just saying why I'm thrilled to be here, because the East Indian communities have been extremely good. Like, look at what Baldeva's done.
Baldev Mutta,
What he's done with.
Well, he has been a role model.
It isn't just about Punjabi seniors. It's about everybody.
Yeah.
They look after everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, they will take you.
Yeah.
That's what Caledon's all about. And that's why it's so important we build that.
Right. No, absolutely. Kudos to Baldev Mutta ji from Punjabi Community Health Services. He has been a role model, pioneer.
Yeah.
I know we are running short of time, but quickly, if you could mention about the two upcoming events. One is your Mayor's Breakfast.
Yes, my Mayor's
and the
Breakfast.
Caledon Day, very quickly.
Yes, Caledon Day. I want everybody to come out for Caledon Day. It's a great day. We're going to have We have a great bunch of acts. Actually, this is the first time Caledon's going country.
Okay.
But we have some great bands and acts, and our big act starts at 6 o'clock in the evening and runs till 10.
It's June
we have
18th.
fireworks. Yeah,
It's June 18th.
June 18th.
And is
to
it- is there
Saturday
any
from
cost?
2 to 2, free.
It's free. Okay.
It's free, and you know what? We have a lot of all our volunteers, all our community groups, all come together, and they have booths to promote who they are, from Rotary clubs to scouts to just about everything and anything under the sun. So it's a great day. I encourage everybody to come out, enjoy, bring your lawn chairs, bring your dog,
Okay.
and enjoy the
Enjoy
day.
the Caledon.
But please stay. We have the best fireworks anywhere,
Wow.
bar none.
Wow, wonderful.
So-
No, definitely we'll try to send our Punjab television crew there to record those, wonderful
That'd be
moments.
wonderful if you would, and I will hook you up with the connections on that at Town Hall to make sure we can accommodate you on that.
Right.
That'll be great. And also, yes, my mayor's breakfast is May 4th at the Royal Ambassador, 7 to 9 in the morning. If you're an early riser, come on. You'll have
I've
a
been
good
there, and
breakfast.
it is a wonderful opportunity to network. Finally, it's Sikh Heritage Month, and I know you're heading up
Yes.
to the Toronto Nagar Kirtan on this Sunday, where again I will be broadcasting it live on Punjab Television. Any message, any greetings for the community?
Yes, I would. I want to congratulate you for your Sikh Heritage Month. I think it's very important.
Right.
Councillor Ennis was at PAMA to
Yeah.
kick it off.
Right.
And Councillor Ennis, Councillor Downey, and myself were down to Queen's Park on Monday
Nice.
to help bring in Sikh Heritage Month. And I think it's very important that we work and understand all our communities. And I got to say congratulations, and I want everybody to have a safe celebration for this month. I don't want anybody getting hurt. We got a lot of activities going on, but we want to keep everybody safe too. So,
Very true.
so have a very good, safe.
Absolutely,
Sikh
and
Heritage
we'll see you in downtown Toronto on
Yes.
this Sunday. Absolutely. So this was His Worship Mayor Alan Thompson, the Mayor of Town of Caledon, crowning jewel of Region of Peel, and we wish Region of Peel stays together.
It will.
So we'll definitely have him once again in coming months to talk about how Caledon is moving ahead. But ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਫੀਡਬੈਕ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ, ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਐਲਨ ਵਨਸ ਅਗੇਨ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਫॉर ਕਮਿੰਗ ਟੂ
Well,
ਪੰਜਾਬ
thank you. Anytime.
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ
Thank
ਮਚ
you so much.
ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਪੇਸ਼ਕਸ਼ ਅਗਲੇ ਹਫਤੇ ਨਵੀਂ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਨਵੇਂ ਗੈਸਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਫੇਰ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਊਂਗਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ